in just this kind of conduct and behavior. I know you haven't evaluated Mr. Cosby. I know you haven't diagnosed him. So we're speaking about people in positions like this in general.
Correct.
So you're not speaking specifically about Mr. Cosby. I want to be clear about that. People want to know who does this and why.
People who engage in this kind of behavior have underlying attitudes about women that are destructive. They need to manipulate, they need to control, they need to have power over women.
These are people that make this okay in their mind.
Right. That's right. I heard examples of that here.
You're blessed.
You're blessed. I mean, that is a primary cognitive distortion. They minimize, they distort, they deny, they rationalize, they take their own responsibility out of it and somehow put it back on the victims.
And using the drugs short circuits the grooming process.
Right.
It's like we're going to jump ahead.
Because what happens is you take consciousness out of the victim.
When you take consciousness out, they cannot give consent.
Correct.
Now, how do you take consciousness out? Joining us now is Dr. Pat Basu, Chief Medical Officer on Doctor on Demand. And in full disclosure, Doctor on Demand is our company, Jay, my son, and I. Dr. Basu is our Chief Medical Officer. He has served as a White House Fellow. Prior to that, he served as Course Director of Health Policy and Economics at Stanford University. So welcome Dr. Pat Basu to the show. Dr. Basu, would you come up here if you would? And I've got a quick list up here. I just wanted to kind of go through these. And let's start, if we can, talking about Quaaludes here. So Quaaludes are what?
Yeah, Quaaludes are an incredibly powerful drug. In fact, they were first invented and prescribed to help insomniacs fall asleep.
So this is a sleep aid.
It is. Now, alcohol is an incredibly powerful potentiator. So if you mix it with alcohol,
this is actually a date rape drug as well.
Absolutely.
If you get somebody incapacitated here.
It is. And alcohol is, in fact, the most common date rape drug. It unfortunately gets overlooked because it is so common.
Okay, so this is going to hit at least within 30 minutes with alcohol, or if it's a higher dosage, much quicker. And it can stay in your system for 1 to 2 days, right?
That's correct.
Rohypnol, this is what people call roofies.
Yep.
This is a common date rape drug now, correct?
It is.
And this is in what form?
Roofies is going to be in a pill, but that pill will dissolve into a liquid. So,
okay, so this is put in drinks.
That's right.
And it takes about 30 minutes?
Yeah, for it to start feeling its effect, about 30 minutes.
Okay, GHB, another date rape drug, this is liquid ecstasy, right?
That's right. Yep.
And this is fast.
Very, very fast. Within 10 to 15 minutes, you can start feeling its effect.
And this is the fastest of all.
The scary thing about this is this
is just on horses, don't
yeah, this is what we use as an anesthetic on animals.
Okay, so guys, I'm just wanting to tell you there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things out there that you can be given, your daughters can be given. If they're on a date or they're in a bar and they take a drink and all of a sudden they start feeling woozy, the clock's ticking, right?
That's right.
One of the things you can do is go to whengeorgiasmiled.org, because Robin has an app on there that is a help app where they can just hit a button 3 times on their cell phone and it sends out a pre-typed, pre-written, pre-addressed message that says, help me, I'm in trouble. It's called the Aspire app. And as soon as they hit it, it starts recording what's happening, and their phone is trackable at that point. You can find them, and it's recording what's going on. Now that we know all of this, where do we go from here? We'll be right back.